Hey, this is what I was talking about. It just all fills up there. That drain over there looks like it's filled up. Kind of filled up over there, but yeah. And then I guess I was looking at French drain to see if they go through there, out there. Then there's a city drain out there towards the left where it kind of like slopes down. And I guess would just curve over and go into the drain itself. But yeah, if you happen to do anything like that or know of anybody, just let me know. I just saw a video on the Google Maps with, it looks like it was drains were being put in the grass and going through. So, but yeah, just let me know. Thank you.
Okay, this is the before. This is a standing water project, and there's another video that I'll put in this, and the issue is because of the neighbors, and there are neighbors on all sides of this fence, their runoff comes into his yard. This is very common. So what we're going to do is put a sump pump here that will move all of the water. There's basically a lake that fills in this whole area because of all of the neighbors' water and the downspouts from the backyard gutters. It makes like a little lake. So all of that water, because there's nowhere else to take it, I can't take the water. If this backyard backed up to woods or something like that, then there will be somewhere maybe you could pump the water back into the backyard. In this case, there's nowhere to take it, so I'm going to pump it up to the front by the curb. So also going to tie in the gutter downspouts. There's 2 gutter downspouts in the backyard, and then going along down the fence line, I'll take that sump pump out to the daylight near the curb. We'll also pick up the gutters on the side of the house. There's 3 gutters along the side of the house as this run goes down out. A straight line here to the curb, right where the storm water drain is. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but this is a sore problem that's very common, and there'll be 3 outlets here, 1 for the sump pump and 2 for the downspouts, from the gutter downspouts. Corrugated plastic and cast iron professional sump pump. Stay tuned. Okay, quick update right here. Just here in the backyard. This is the second downspout. The first is over there. It goes down and it comes down and connects into this basin, and then this guy's gonna go all the way down this trench. Just have to widen a little bit here, and it will feed into the sump pump. And it's kind of almost like a dry well slash sump pump that has been dug here. And actually the sump pump basin will be made out of these irrigation boxes for easy access. So stay tuned for how that'll be assembled, and all the lines will come in on both sides, and this will all be protected with landscape fabric. Stay tuned. Okay, quick update. The sump pump is now roughed in. You can see the outlet line that's going out. That's the 1.5. It'll convert over to a 1 1/4 and go out to the street. So it's roughed in right now, and everything's wrapped in fabric. This is also a functional dry well. So this entire area is going to be filled with rock, and any water that comes over in here will go into the sump pump and go out to the drain. So where you see the fabric, all of that's going to be filled with rock. It'll fill all the way up. You have two lines coming in. One line is the line on the bottom is the solid pipe line that goes all the way back to the downspouts from the gutters. The second line, which is on top, is the French drain, which is catching any water near the surface and bringing that water down into the sump pump so it can be pumped out of the backyard. And you have these on both sides, so it is addressing the issue from the perimeter as the water moves in from the neighbors, which was the original problem. There's a lot of water coming in from the neighbors. So the way this is designed, you have the dry well here in the back, so if water comes in from any direction, it will go down into the dry well area, into the sump pump basin, and it will be pumped out. Now this sump pump basin that I made was basically two irrigation boxes stacked on top of each other, screwed together, so it'll have easy access with a irrigation lid. So if there's any maintenance ever needed, it'll be easy to access it. Alright, so that's the quick update. I forgot to do the update while I was making all of the connections, but I'm rushing ahead of hurricane. The hurricane is coming in right now. Another one. Stay tuned. Okay, so now this is the test for the sump pump, just filling up the area with water. And once the float switch gets to a certain level, then the pump will activate and move the water out of the basin. So now what we do is hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait.
This will get kind of loud.
No, it's not loud at all. Okay, so there it is. It's activated, and it's moving that water out of the basin. And the garden hose is giving us the demonstration for water coming into the sump basin. But of course, in the real example, water would have to fill up the entire dry well area, and once it reaches that point, then the sump pump will pump that water out of this area. And it will continue to pump until that float switch falls back down into the off position. Okay, quick update. So now the sump pump basin, which is, it's in an irrigation box in this case, and the dry well has been filled with river rock, and so any water that comes in this area will go down into the dry well, and as it fills up, it'll get into the sump pump and get pumped out to the street. This will take care of any major floods or huge heavy rains. Of course, all of the downspouts from the gutters are headed in here from the corrugated pipe. So stay tuned. This will be covered in landscape fabric to keep it totally free of dirt, and then the whole area will be topped with landscape rock just for the aesthetic look. Okay, quick update on the drainage project, and right now I have tied in the 3 downspouts going to the front. Already set up the back of the house, the backyard, which is going into the sump pump, but the front of the drainage system will be going to the front of the house. So you got the downspout here. I matched it with the brown going into the catch basin, and it comes down here and catches with a T to a second downspout, second catch basin. And the catch basins are designed to prevent any clogs or anything that may get into the gutter system, so you can open it at that point and clean that all out. And then the French drain starts at this point in the trench this is going to catch any additional excessive pooling that could come over from, you can see the neighbor's downspout right there, which is just a few feet away, and that's going to send a ton of water back this way that could cause flooding in this area. So instead of having flooding, that water will go down into the French drain, and it will go down and out to the street. So that is the second main line, and here is the third tie-in from the downspout, and it comes down, joins with the T, and that'll go down to the street. So both of these will be hooked up with 4-inch corrugated, and they'll go down to the street and have the pop-ups. Stay tuned. Okay, quick update on the drainage. All right, so now you see the 3 pop-up emitters, and you have one for the French drain. One for the French drain, one for the gutter downspouts, and one for the sump pump in the backyard. So all of the water that was flooding will now be pushed out to the street. It'll bubble up over the curb and into the storm drain. Okay, so here is the final result. The sump pump and the sump pump basin is buried under the rock, so you can't see it. And so when any water comes, then it's just going to trickle through the rock down into the sump pump basin, and it'll be pumped out to the street. Also added some rock and touched up the river rock area over here. Now I'll take some, gotta take cover from this sprinkler right here. So I just wanted you to see how it looks when it's done. This is the most effective way to take care of standing water in a backyard when you have an area that really doesn't grow any grass anyway. It's in this back corner, in the back corner of the fence. So they were planning to put some pots back here. I think they're going to grow some tomatoes or something like that. But all of that water, when it wants to try to come gather in this area, it'll go into the pump. It'll be pumped out to the street. The backyard will stay dry. Had to adjust some sprinklers. Everything's happy. Thank you for checking out this project. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Florida Pro Lawn Care. And if you have any questions for a free quote, FloridaProLawnCare.com. Till next time, peace.